It's Leslie Meredith with Breakbulk Events and Media here in Houston in the studios, and I have Sandra from Linde Engineering with me. She is one of the 9 female shippers that D-Ship, our sponsor for Women in Breakbulk, brought together to put together this year's programs. Sandra, thanks so much for coming in and talking to us.
No, thank you, Leslie, for having us, and it's been a wonderful year at Breakbulk.
What a good day today, too. So tell us a little bit about your experience with the advisory council and how you and your peers collaborated and came up with the topic that you ultimately decided on.
Okay, so it was actually wonderful to get to meet and collaborate and have fun with these 9 women that we talked. We proposed several topics, but we thought, which topic is the one that is affecting the most in the industry and will have a more impactful, kind of effect in the audience. And so, for sure, unconscious bias was the one that we said we all agree on that, and that's how we got picked that topic.
Right, and that certainly seemed to go over well with our audience both this morning in the breakfast and then this afternoon. Can you, for our viewers, just give us a little insight into unconscious bias and how that might affect people in the workplace?
Yeah, so if you recall during the main stage, what happens is unconscious biases, how our life affects us, how we were raised, the cultural background that we have in ourselves, kind of tends to make some sort of influence in ourselves to make some decisions on the choices we have. And I think for personal perspective, it's one of those things that I have to remind myself continuously to be objective about the matters at hand, those facts, and to make sure that there is no bias when I am making those decisions, and the choices we have that are well balanced within our conscious.
Right. I mean, it's a tricky thing to do because just by the very nature of being unconscious, right, we're unaware of them. And so I think I would agree that this was a great topic to talk about, to sort of raise the consciousness of the people in the room and to think about, what really struck me this morning is how unconscious bias can be self-sabotaging, where you can hurt yourself. It's not always about other people, but a lot of it, you're holding your own self back.
Correct.
From, advancing or sharing your thoughts or being maybe more forthright.
Yes, no, I do agree. So I can tell you that personally I have taken this very seriously. First of all, because I have to reflect on myself. What are the things that I tend to lean towards when making decisions, when talking to people, being a management position, whether you're talking to the people that you collaborate with or suppliers, whatever that is, to make sure that my decisions are always objective, right? Based on the facts, and think through it. Mm-hmm. Just really think through it. One of the things that we know we all agree is, and what I wanted to be part of this advisory council is because 20 years ago, in my first job, 16, I sit down and it was only men. I was the only woman. 16 years later, I'm still in many tables when I'm still the only one, still woman among many men sitting at the table. Then I reflect upon myself, is like what I have done to change this. So that's what I made the decision to be, when I was invited to be part of the advisory council, because I think it gives me the chance to make a change and, to raise more awareness, make sure that no gender it's taken into consideration, but if the skills are there, if the potential is there, just take that person into consideration regardless of the gender. But I think the unconscious bias comes because we're women, we might have family, people might think that might be a challenge for women, but it should be the woman making that decision.
Absolutely.
No one else for them, right? And so that's one of the things that, personally, I make sure that I was in charge of my career, no one else. And sacrifices came with it, but I made that choice. No one else did it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, I want to thank you for being a part of that committee, that council, because it, I think, just made such an impact today. And Women in Breakbulk, this initiative has grown so much over the last couple of years. It's so exciting. So I'm hoping that trajectory continues because of the work that you and your colleagues are doing. So I really want to thank you for that.
No, thank you for giving us the opportunity, the venue to raise awareness about this, and I'm excited. We just, we need to keep continuing, not only these 9 women, but if we all get a chance to talk about it.
Next year we'll have 18 women on the council, right? We'll double it every year. We're going to have to get a bigger room.
Or maybe rotate.
Yeah, okay. All right, rotate. But we still need a bigger room,
I agree. That's
all right. Thanks so much, Sandra.
No, thank
Great
you, Leslie.
talking to you.
Great talking to you.